Right now, the auto industry has some of its most cutting-edge cars on display right here in Cleveland. And our very own Leon Bibb is right in the middle of it all. But Leon, you're going to take us on a trip to the past, or more accurately, on a trip to restore the past.
Indeed I am, but before I take you to the past, let me keep you in the present, and what a nice present this would be. This is the new Rolls Royce Phantom drop-top coupe, as they call it. Price tag, $506,000. Now that's a lot of car, and it'd be a wonderful present if somebody like you could afford it. I want you to know, though, one day this car is going to be old, a long time from now, and it may need restoration. And when it does need restoration, it's going to go to a place that restores old Rolls Royces, and you shall see that too. Pop the hood of a Rolls Royce, no matter its age, and see power in a luxury setting. Even with miles and decades beneath the Rolls Royce belt, expectation runs high for what a vintage Rolls can still do.
The Rolls Royce is the top. That's the epitome of cars.
George Kozak is a Rolls man. A customer wants Kozak to bring this Rolls interior up to speed again. His is the shop which can do it, GRK Rolls Royce Interiors. Kozak and his 2 employees restore Rolls Royce interiors to showroom splendor.
So we're going to have to find everything that went to the old radio and adapt it to the new one.
Years in various auto industry jobs, Kozak's heart beats a Rolls Royce rhythm. He bought one in 1974 and never looked back. Rolls Royces, in every way high-end driving, hold owners' hearts because drivers are touched by the car's style, history, and refinement.
The original owner of this was a director out in Hollywood, and the current owner, who's in Ohio, bought it.
All at GRK Rolls Royce Interiors have an artistic calling in vintage car interior restoration work.
Learning new things, I suppose, is probably the hardest, but it's also the most rewarding.
This is a 1949 Rolls Royce Silver Wraith. It's made by James Young. We re-dyed the interior. Rachel did most of that.
It's my art, and I'm extremely excited to take something. I love antiques, and I like making the antiques look like their former glory.
Also in the shop is a more than 100-year-old Buick, which never moved for most of its years. This is the 1913 Buick, all the rage that year, so they tell me. It's weathered a lot, so George Kozak is getting it back on its wheels, but adding very little new. When it hits the roads again, it'll be as it was, 1913, front to back.
They want to drive this car, they want to use it and enjoy it, and they want to be able to point at the seats and say, this is 101 years old. GRK
Rolls Royce Interiors keeps vintage cars on the road and on the owner's rolls. Leon Bibb, NewsChannel 5. Well, that's the past. This is the present. Bernie Moreno Rolls Royce actually owns this one, and they're going to let me borrow it for the next week or so. No, they're going to let me borrow it for the next 30 seconds or so, is what I meant to tell you. So let me close up shop here. Oh, that's a long reach for me. Almost forgot. When you've got a Rolls Royce, you hit the button and look, Mom, no hands. I'll be home for dinner, but late. I'm going to take care.
Nice. Swing by and pick us up, Leon.
Oh,
we're waiting.
You look good, Leon. You look good.
We'll go for a ride.
All right.
I'm ready. That is a sharp car.
It looks good in there, doesn't it?
Very
The convertible,
sharp car.
the top is down.
Yep. Yes.
He's ready for spring and warmer weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Mother Nature ready
Is
to
Well, I'm
give us
actually
some
going to
spring?
show you what spring looks like on a weather map, right?
Okay.